Hey guys, welcome back. So today I wanted to talk about obsessing, spiraling, craving relationships or people. And I think this is a really good topic because obviously people always talk about like how it's a real thing. However, they don't really tell you how to overcome it. And I have something that doesn't require a lot of techniques. It doesn't even require a lot of thought. Um, and the way I look at it, it's like you have to approach a relationship like a habit, right? Like if someone's causing you to spiral, to obsess, to crave, it's normally something about them that you feel like you need, right? So, like a habit, you feel like you need to do it in order to fulfill something inside of you, or you feel like there's a reward attached to it. Now, if you're looking for it to fulfill something inside of you, that's normally an unmet need, right? Like that can look like validation, safety, security, whatever it is for you. So the first step is recognizing what that unmet need is and give it to yourself. Like, give it to yourself. Acknowledge and just give it to yourself. And sometimes that would mean showing up for yourself in a way that you've never shown up for yourself before. That's the first step. And then the second thing is to recognize that nothing is bigger than you. No one is bigger than you, right? Like everything is an equal playing field. No one is greater than, no one is less than. So there's no reason to obsess or spiral over anyone. The third thing is take a few deep breaths. When you feel yourself getting anxious, take a few long, deep breaths, okay? And recognize where you are feeling that in your body, okay? Because anytime I've gotten anxious, I've realized that it was something that happened from my past that I was linking it to my future. So that was making me very anxious. And that can be something like, okay, maybe, I don't know, my spouse cheated on me and now I'm interested in dating someone and I'm anxious about, okay, what if this relationship turns out the same? Or, what if he cheats on me or whatever? That's not real. It's not real. It's just your brain making up stories. Making up stories. So if you go through the techniques, however you're feeling will eventually subside. But the goal is never to avoid how you're feeling. Allow it to come up, recognize it. Where are you feeling it in your body? And just allow it to pass through you. And then as far as unmet needs, no one or no thing can fulfill all of the needs that you have, right? So never go into a relationship expecting your spouse to fulfill all of your needs. You have to find ways to meet your needs, because if you don't, if that relationship is stripped from you, or if it does not go as planned, you will crumble and you will self-destruct. No one wants a relationship like that where you crumble, you guys break up, and it's like you're spiraling and all of these things. So no, meet your unmet needs, and you have to figure out like what that is for you. And then as far as the techniques, one thing that I have done that works really, really well, once I've recognized what the feeling is and like where it's coming from in my body, I will say to myself, like, for example, if it is anxiety, I will say to myself, if he makes me anxious, I am not interested. And sometimes, well, actually, oftentimes, we need to seek alignment over the relationship. The reason why is because a partnership is not meant for you to feel anxious all the time. It's not meant for you to feel like you have to check up on people. It's not meant for you to be worried or concerned that they're not doing the right thing all of the time. So, in knowing that, it's like, wouldn't you want a relationship that's going to bring calm and ease to your life versus you spiraling and obsessing over that person? So, tell yourself, okay, if he makes me anxious, I'm not interested. If he disrespects me, I'm not interested. Like, whatever it is for you, because at the end of the day, we don't want to attract the same things. Like, we've been there, we've done that. We know how it feels to be in a relationship where you have like an anxious attachment and you're like constantly looking for things. You're constantly obsessing. It's like this unease, this unrest within yourself, and that's no place to live. It really isn't. So, we're not doing that anymore. We're not choosing that for us anymore. And then the last thing, and this is more so if you're trying to get over a breakup or a person that you recognize as unhealthy, toxic, and I want to share a disclaimer. You can't unhear this after you hear it. So if you're not interested in this part, click off now because this is very, very, very powerful. This is linking the person to something very harmful, harmful to your existence, harmful to your mental health, harmful to your overall well being. And oftentimes, if you are trying to get over that person, normally something has transpired within the relationship, anyways, that is making you want to walk away, or you're saying to yourself, okay, this is toxic, this is unhealthy, I just need to get over this person. And what that can look like when you're linking it to something harmful. For example, I used to be in a relationship with a narcissist, and that relationship was definitely very hard to walk away from. People who know, they know. But what I did is every time I started to think about like what I missed about that relationship or, just good memories and all of those things, I would immediately think about the awful times. I'm talking about like the rage. When he would get angry, I would immediately start thinking like that because those were the times that made me feel the worst, made me feel at my lowest. And the more I did that, the more I started to really, really just dislike him. Dislike him to the point where I'm just like, okay, I'm never going back there. Like, why would I want to go back to something awful? And it's crazy the way the brain works because obviously, yes, I lived it. I was in that relationship with him and I knew that there were things that were toxic. But unfortunately, when you are in the relationship, it's almost like you go through these patterns of like risk, reward. So your brain gets very confused, right? Like, that there's some toxicity, there's, aspects of it that is unhealthy, but at the same time, you're still anticipating the reward in the end. If I go through XYZ, I will be rewarded. You have to break that pattern where it's like you're reinforcing that there's no reward. There really isn't, because if you constantly like deal with this person, right, they're only going to cause you more risk and more pain. And that's how you have to approach a relationship that you're trying to get over. Because I do know some people will preach, oh, no contact, just go no contact, just cut them off, just block them. That doesn't work for everybody. That doesn't work for everybody. Because even when you, for some people, when you try to do that, it's like your brain still like holds on to like all of the good stuff, all of the memories. And then it's like you try to talk yourself back into the relationship, especially if they reach out or you try to keep the door cracked. You try to talk yourself back into the relationship. Oh, what if this person has changed? What if things can work out and blah, blah, blah. And that's an unhealthy cycle within itself. So just do yourself a favor. If people show you who they are, believe them. Recognize that there are just toxic traits, toxic behaviors that you're not willing to entertain anymore, and do what is best for you. And sometimes we have to go to extreme lengths to break the habits within ourselves that are also very toxic, because we gravitate towards what is familiar, what feels safe. And so if you reinforce the fact that the person actually isn't safe, he never was, you'll get there a lot quicker. So thanks for listening, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Okay, bye.